Hi guys, it's Allie. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to kind of do like a little story time so you can kind of get to know me and kind of hear a little bit about Trace some more since we are a new channel. So I'm going to kind of tell like how I kind of found out I was pregnant and a little bit about my pregnancy and a little bit about Trace now. So I found out at the end of April of 2018. I was probably about 6 weeks along. And when I found out, like, I really didn't think I was pregnant because I had the month before, my period was like a month late, and then I had started. Well, this next month, my period was like a month late, and like, I was having cramps, like this tenderness and like my boobs and everything, like my normal period symptoms. And so, like, everybody's like, are you sure you're not pregnant? Are you sure you're not pregnant? Which apparently are also pregnancy symptoms, but I didn't think that at the time. Well, I mean, I knew about the boobs, but my period, like, they always hurt before I had my period. So, we were out one day and I bought a pregnancy test as a joke. And I was like, I'm going to show you I'm not pregnant. So, I kept it next to me, like, all day. Like, I wasn't just really worried about it. And, like, I didn't have to pee. So, I was like, I'll just take it whenever I have to pee. Well, we were about to leave to go somewhere. And so, I had to pee. So, I was like, I'll just take it real quick. Because I knew it was going to be negative. And I took it, and I thought I was holding it the wrong way, so I flipped it around, and sure enough, it was still positive, even when I flipped it around. And so, I kind of had, like, a little, like, miniature, like, anxiety attack, and I was like, this isn't real, like, this is wrong, it's a Dollar Tree test, like, it's not right. So we leave to go do what we have to do, and when we come back, I pick up 4 more pregnancy tests, and we stop at a grocery store. I pick up 5, and we stop at a grocery store, and I make her take one and me take one to make sure they're not defective. So we both take one, and of course mine's positive, hers is negative. So after that, I'm kind of like, okay, like, I need to tell, his dad, and we had broke up 2 weeks prior to this, because, like, we had been off and on for about 4 years, and things just weren't going great. And so I texted him and I told him, because, like I said, we had broken up, and he was super excited, and I was just kind of, like, still a little nervous, but kind of seeing his excitement almost made me a little bit, like, more at ease. So things kind of hadn't set in yet. So I call and I make me an appointment at my local doctor, and I go to that appointment and it gets confirmed. And so, like, I tell the dad, and he at this point had to, like, we had both kind of talked a little bit, and we decided that, maybe we could work on things and try to be a family, since being a family is both what we really wanted. And so we're still together today. And, I mean, obviously we've been working on things, and things aren't bad or anything like they used to be. Being parents have made us completely, like, new people. And so, anyways, after I did that, I had to get a referral to go to my OBGYN, and they wouldn't see you till around 8 to 10 weeks, just so they could do an ultrasound, hear a heartbeat, and make sure everything was okay. And so we went to the doctor around 10 weeks. I was 10 weeks in one day. And we got the ultrasound, and he was perfect. And we heard his heartbeat, and I cried, because there's nothing like hearing your baby's heartbeat for the first time and just knowing that they're, growing perfectly. And so at this point, we hadn't told any family, only close friends knew, and they didn't tell anybody. So when we got our 10-week ultrasound, we decided it was time to tell family. So I was really nervous about it, but he was ready to just do it. Like, he was super excited to tell everybody. And he almost didn't keep it a secret. Like, he almost told everybody before I could even announce it or, like, get ready to announce it. So we told his family, and everybody ended up actually being really excited and really happy for us. And that kind of made me feel a little bit better. And at that point, I kind of felt like I could get excited. So it was just time to get everything we needed, in line to be able to bring this baby into a happy, house. And so at this point, we had moved in together. And like I said, we've been off and on for 4 years. So, like, moving in together wasn't something we had just kind of rushed into. We had lived together before. But this time we were actually living together. And, so we moved in together, and my pregnancy was really actually pretty easy. When I look back on it, like, all I can think about was how miserable I was and how much I used to just complain about how miserable I was. And honestly, like, it makes me feel a little bad because some people have really bad pregnancies, and I had a really good pregnancy, and I still did a lot of complaining. But, I mean, I didn't have any morning sickness or any, like, health issues or anything. Like, me and him both were perfect, so except for being, like, ginormous, because everybody used to always ask me if I was pregnant with twins. I'm actually 4'11", so I'm really short, and so everybody would always ask me if I was pregnant with twins, and like, are you sure, like, you're gonna go into labor, and you're gonna come out, and there's gonna be twins? And I was like, no, there's only one. And everybody just thought he was gonna be huge, because my boyfriend's granddad was 13 pounds when he was born, so everybody thought that, like, you know, he was gonna inherit that, and he was gonna be that, you know, like, huge like that. So he wasn't. When he was born, I mean, like I said, I had a fairly good pregnancy, and besides, you know, obviously being tired all the time and being huge. So, anyways, I got induced at 39 weeks, and when he was born, he wasn't ginormous. He was 6 pounds, 14 ounces, and 19 and a half inches long. He was perfect. You know, like, there was no health issues, no anything like that. I mean, he came out really healthy. And now he is 5 months. He'll be 5 months on the 3rd, but he's 4 months and 4 weeks right now. So, I mean, he's technically 5 months, and he is 13 pounds, and he's absolutely great, and, I mean, we're over the moon, and I wouldn't change getting pregnant when I did. I mean, I was young, and I am young. I was 20 when I found out, and I'm 21 now, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so instead of, you know, going out and doing the things that normal moms my age would be doing, I'm home taking care of my son. And at this point, like, I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change him. Like, I wouldn't go back and not get pregnant, because he's brought so much joy into my life and made me want to work that much harder for, you know, the things that I want, because I'm starting school this summer and things like that. And I mean, it kind of makes you happy to think about your child's love, but I wouldn't recommend going out, you know, and getting pregnant just because you need to fill a void. It is a big job, and it is a big responsibility, and it's not always easy. Like, I hear a lot of young girls, you know, always say, you know, I want a baby, or, you know, like on social media where they share these posts, and they're like, I want a baby, or, like, you know, baby fever. And I promise, like, I will 100% tell you, please wait until you are done achieving what you want to achieve in life, and you are stable before you have a baby, because they are the biggest blessing that you will ever get in your entire life. But they're also a lot of work. It's also really hard to have a life or anything, you know, outside of him. But at this point, I wouldn't change it, obviously, for the world, you know. I mean, God has a plan for me. But, so, before I get on a rant or anything like that, I just wanted to kind of have a story time with y'all and kind of share, you know, a little bit of my story, or like my pregnancy story, and a little bit about him now. He's in there napping, and I will, like, show a little clip of him at the end of the video, since, you know, this will mostly be me and him. But right now, he's kind of into the stage where he tries to get everything that's in my hands regardless, so it's not easy to film with him yet. But I will put a little clip of him after the video. So, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe.